Alright, good evening, folks. This is TDT, the Developing Trader, coming at you again with another video. So, I want to begin this video by having us take a look at the the SP 500 daily view. If you remember from my previous video where I did my introduction, I had this little setup in the background, two lines. One on top, two on the bottom. And although I didn't say it, but that was my indication of what I thought would be likely to transpire. Today, I want to do my first review of intraday price action found on the indexes. Now, although I do trade foreign currencies as well, I have found more, delight in studying the intraday price action on the indexes. I have had a lot of time on my hands ever since the beginning of the pandemic, which is around the time I found Mr. Huddleston's teaching. If I was to give you a quick backstory, I was basically running around getting my ass handed to me left and right, following this concept and that concept, and Elliott wave this and indicator pattern that. Yeah, a jolly good old time indeed. Anyway, I digress. Take a look at these lines, and if you take the time to study what has been provided, then you would know that these lines represent liquidity. Now, what is liquidity? Well, my suggestion to you is to take your time and peruse the link I have provided in my description to learn more about liquidity. Okay? I am not here to teach. I simply wanted to show you how, even with the knowledge of these concepts, you can still misinterpret what price action might actually do. So, if we're looking at what's going on here, we got a deep fall. I got some other things I would like to show you in here based on Mr. Huddleston's YouTube. But let's look what transpired over the next 2 days. Now, I was expecting these lows to be ran out and, I guess you will call it a market crash. But let's look at what happened over those next 2 days. It was like, skirt, we'll take the low, but we don't want that. How about we go and take out the short-term high? Okay. So, what I want us to do now during this video is basically dive a little deeper into what transpired on these 2 days. Okay? Now, once again, I'm going to keep reiterating, I am not allowed to teach the teachings that are in the mentorship. But what I will do is use the free content from YouTube and show you how on an intraday basis we could study and see how price moves. Sounds good? Let's get into it. Alright, so now in front of us we have here the SP 500 from Monday's trading, the AM session. And what I want to detail out is, if you were to take a look at the YouTube mentorship, there's a trading model that's being taught there, and I just want us to have a look and see, can you find that trading model? Can you find the setup here on, this is Monday, once again, 3/14. So this is the 8:30 bell in the morning, and okay, not 8:30 bell, but this is the 8:30 kill zone time frame that we are stalking, looking for a certain pattern. And if you don't see it yet, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. So we reach down in here, take out the liquidity right below the market here. And then what we have here at this moment is a break in market structure. This is from the YouTube free content, okay? If you want to know what I'm talking about, ICT YouTube Mentorship 2022, and you'll see that this is the setup that he is teaching. So we have here bullish order block. Looks like we got a little gap here. We got a break in market structure right here. Return. And boom. Okay. Now, personally, when I take these trades, if I do have the opportunity to join in, I'm normally out right here. I'll move to stop the break even. And then I'll let it ride until about 11 o'clock. And that's from his free YouTube content as well. I'll normally hold it until then because, as you can see, this quickly collapses on you. And this is kind of what I like about the indexes, because when you learn how they move, you can kind of see the moves coming. But if we're going strictly off the YouTube content, this would be trade number 1. And let's head over to the next day and take a look at trade number 2. Now here we go with day number 2. This is March 15th. This was Tuesday's trading. Now, taking a look at this market, and I know on this AM session, once again, this is 8:30 to 12 o'clock. This is when it gets really volatile. And I know most of you would not catch a trade on this stage. It's kind of like, where's the OTE pattern here? So if you can find it, go ahead and take the time and try to find it for yourself. I'm going to show you where one of them might be. You may not see what I see. Anchor that here. One sec. All right. Let's not be silly. And look at that. You would add some fire on there. We'd have to deal with a little bit of drawdown. Now, why am I anchoring this point here? Good question. So, as you can see, liquidity taken. Okay. Looks like a void. Interesting. Let's take a look and see if we can find any more on this day. But this here would have been a trade of the morning had you been ready for it. Beauty. Quite beauty. Let's say you thought this thing was going down. You were looking at this here. This is where a lot of people get tripped up. See what it does? It comes in here, gives this illusion that it's going down. Rams it up again. And when it goes down this time, if you're not the type of person that when you break a new low, you take something off the trade, then this would be a complete loser. This is why whenever I get any kind of market structure, like let's say I took this as a short, it came down, it went up, it goes into this deeper down. As soon as it clears this, I'm taking something off the trade and I'm moving my stop close to break even. I'll consider it a loss. I'm not worried about it. I still took some kind of something out of the market. So, you know, becoming a winning trader, sometimes it takes little concepts that'll help you to keep money in the bank, so to say, and to have a protective process that allows you to consistently draw money out of the markets. Okay, so that's just a look at how you can be in a losing position. Let's say you had it wrong. Let's say you were targeting this. This is where people get tripped up, man. You don't have your bias right, and this probably would have been me, because I was thinking the market was going to be bearish, you know, so I probably would have been waiting on bearish setups and I would have got caught in something like this. But by having certain concepts in place, you can see where you can still win. So today would have been a hard day for anyone that's not really, what can I say, adept in the studies, you know, and you just had your bias wrong. But if you keep some sound concepts and coming behind the bias, even if wrong, you can see where you can still draw some profits. Just don't go into angry trader mode, man. So let's go on to the next day and see what setups we had. And here we have today's trading, the AM session. Um, y'all guys can give me some not support but critique in the comments. Tell me if you like the style that I'm doing here. I'm just trying to look at 1 minute charts, and we're just looking strictly for OTE patterns, strictly OTE patterns, and seeing if we could be profitable just trading OTE patterns along with the YouTube mentorship. The YouTube mentorship, we're using that trading model as well. So between those two, those look like the patterns we're mainly using here, and we'll see if we can find any from today. Okay, let's see what we got. This is 8:30 until midday. All right, so let's pull out the fib. Let's anchor this baby here. Let's take it here a little bit up. Nope, we don't get it. OTE would not have been an entry on this move. Now, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. That's how it's going to be sometimes. Let's see here. I don't see anything in here that fits the YouTube model. Here you could have get tripped up thinking, oh, this thing is breaking down, and then it just, what time was that? 10:16. This was about the 10 o'clock hour. Yeah, man. Let's see what we got here. Let's take a look here. Do we got, that's some heat, man. You don't want to be in that. Although it pans out, the S&P tends to do this thing where it comes back really deep to take out those tops. And it loves to do this, you know. And then look at that thing. Take off. Gems. So anyway, don't really see too much as far as the OTE. Oh man. So just using OTE the last 2 days would have been rough. I'm being honest with you. Like, we had a really good trade on Monday that showed itself. These days, just on Tuesday and Wednesday, would have been ugly. And normally I don't trade on FOMC days because it's my understanding that price is pretty muddy, and I guess that's what we got. Okay, so once again, let me know if you like the style of these videos. I'm gonna try to, create some other content as well, some mindset, some motivation, maybe some inspiration, talking about my journey. I'll see if I have any trades that I'll take tomorrow. Once again, I want to come at you daily and just review the AM session. And if you like the style and you want to see, I can also do the PM session, but I feel like the videos would be too long. I feel like this video was a bit long. I don't know. I want to cut it back and make it a little quicker. That's because I did 3 days. I'm going to try to do it every day. So by the end of the day, you'll get one of these. And then we'll see how it goes from there. So once again, this is TDT with the Developing Trader. And keep developing, man.